I'm sure we're all aware of the Sony Spider-Man movies. You know, the amazing ones directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, with some of the most amazing and unique animation ever put on the big screen. But then there's the other movies they've made, like Madam Web, Morbius, and Venom. Actually, I like these two movies. Well, let's take a look at the god-awful and surprisingly decent. But just before we get into this, a quick word from our sponsor, me. If you have an interest in seeing me and my friends play some games, then check out our group channel, Fruity Supplies, where we upload semi-decently, and if that interests you and you want to support me even more than you do here, feel free to drop a like and a sub on there. But with that being said, let's get into the shit show that is the Sony universe. So, the new movie that dropped, Madam Web, I saw this over my spring break because I was bored, and my god, I have never regretted that decision so much, because this was such a bad movie. Honestly, probably one of the worst I've ever seen, with the second just also happening to be in this video too. I don't know what it is about Madam Web, but this movie just feels so off. Like, from an editing, writing, and cinematic standpoint, like, you know the movie is bad when even your main lead actress is saying it's bad, and she can't even defend it. But, to be completely honest, I don't want to talk about this movie even more. One, it's been talked to death, and two, the longer I have to edit this segment, the more I'm gonna want to gouge my eyes out. Okay, let's talk about the other really shit one, Morbius. Which, I hate Morbius, don't get me wrong on that. It also has the same issues that plague Madam Web, but at least Morbius is like so bad it's at least entertaining to watch. I don't know, it's just something about Jared Leto acting so kooky, and Matt Smith. I don't think I need to say why that is, but okay. I think we all know why these movies specifically really suck. And the reason for that is, for some reason, these movies have such a weird for having every one of their movies be a part of a multiverse. And I feel that this is only because of how well the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movies have been doing. And also, you really think Sony would have learned this lesson after killing their previous reboot of Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield? You know, considering how well Amazing Spider-Man 2 turned out. Since that movie's sole purpose was just to set up the Sinister Six for the next movie in that lineup. And it looks like they're following in those footsteps again, with the ending of Morbius showing Michael Keaton's Vulture from the Marvel movies that actually do Spider-Man justice at the end of that movie. But then we have the Venom movies that don't directly follow what Morbius and Madam Web did, besides cramming Venom into the Marvel Spider-Man for like a brief second. But the only difference is that these two movies are actually entertaining to watch without it being in an ironic way. And I think that has to do with the fact that Tom Hardy carries these movies on his back with the way he just fully commits to this. Like, I gotta say, while not great adaptations of the source material, they at least try something unique with Venom and Eddie's dynamic being like a buddy cop thing, which was really good in terms of the humor of it. However, I do think that it is really missing something from the Venom movies, and that is them being R-rated. Because when you look at the Venom sequel, in just the trailer alone, there are plenty of scenes that show it would have benefited more from a more mature rating. Also, the Venom movies at least don't look like they got made by the CW, because my god, these effects are shit. Like, which you could argue it could be because of their budgets only being 80 million. But then you look at the original Deadpool's budget and wonder why they wouldn't have better effects, considering they also came out way after the OG Deadpool did. And it came out in 2016. But you know what? Even with all these shit movies Sony keeps pumping out because clearly they have nothing better to do but burn money, I'm still looking forward to Venom 3 because honestly, any chance to see an actual decent movie is good enough for me. But hey, I hope you enjoyed my quick little side rant, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.